Hi, my name is Brett Bucci, and I'm here to talk to you about The King's Speech. Now, I only have 2 words for this film, Oscar worthy, and I believe it's already won several awards, and I think it is nominated for 7 Golden Globes. So that proves it's good, right? The King's Speech was just a genius example of how simple and beautiful film can be. It went back to the basics. It wasn't about the epic action sequences or creating other worlds. It was about the characters and the dialogue. And in many ways, it brought me back to theater, which is what I majored in college, so that hit close to home. Geoffrey Rush plays Lionel Logg, the speech therapist for King George VI, and he brings everything to the role that you would imagine an actor of his stamina would. He is elegant and demanding and charming and present and impossible to ignore. I should also mention that his comedic timing was perfect and it made him so much fun to watch. And then at the other end of the character spectrum, we have Colin Firth, who plays Prince Albert, aka King George VI. And I swear, if Mr. Firth does not get nominated for an Oscar, I am going to quit film altogether. I believe that strongly in his performance. Not only was his speech, the use of the stammer specifically, spot on, but the emotion he illustrated throughout the piece was moving, and you could see the tension in his eyes and body language, and that can't be acted. It can't be faked. He was there in every take, giving this role his whole heart, and I felt it, and I appreciated it, so thank you, Colin Firth. I actually watched an interview the other day from the New York Times. They did a series of screen tests with actors, and they asked everyone what their favorite performance of the past decade was, and Mr. Firth had mentioned Kevin Bacon in The Woodsman. And not that my opinion matters, and I'm not a famous actor, but I'm going to say Colin Firth in The King's Speech. It was so honest and stunning and fresh and vulnerable, and I really felt as though I were in the room with him the whole way through, just kind of spying on him, overhearing his conversation, and it gave me goosebumps. So it doesn't need to be said, I'm sure you've figured it out, but I love good acting, and this film gave me nothing but the very best. I wish I had more time with it. I wish that it was longer. I wish that there was potential for a sequel, but since it's based on truth, there's not. I also want to mention Helena Bonham Carter. She stepped out of her realm of otherworldly roles, more colorful pieces, and she slipped perfectly into the part of Queen Elizabeth. She portrayed a strong, supportive woman, and I hope that I'm able to see her in more roles like this in the future. I guess if you love films with true vision and true heart, see this movie. If you love good acting, see this movie. These guys know what they're doing, and they're doing it right. I also want to briefly mention Mr. David Ziedler and Tom Hooper, the writer and director of the picture. I'm not going to forget your names, and I look forward to whatever great work you produce next. Finally, we are listening to Alexander Desplat's soundtrack. It's original music, it's all relevant and positively applied throughout the film, and it really gave each scene something special to make it all the more unforgettable. And it helped to make what was happening on screen feel really important. And I thought that was important. So, in short, after a long review, see this film because it's brilliant, and it's given me something back in its simplicity that I thought had disappeared from movies of our time. Thank you for watching. I'm Brett Bucci, and I hope you'll see me again.